common purpose and he forfeits the right for protection, the referee issues a red card on the player that retaliates and warns the initial foul. So let's play a fair game. Allow the referee to go with the flow of the game, and where there are fouls committed, the referee will blow the whistle. Please. Otherwise, the next foul, Honorable Souls, is a red card. And in this case, a red card will mean you will leave the proceedings. Honorable Nomval.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Chair, we are raising our hand for two things. The first one, Chair, is that we believe that this could have been handled better, but it's not something that can put us on a stand still. Our view, Chair, is that there is nothing wrong insofar as the principle of odi alteram is concerned by what the senior counsel is doing, because he is simply testing allegations which are implicating the witness before us. But I think that, Chair, the counsel was supposed during consultation to guide the witness, to say to him, these are the issues that you are expected to respond to during the interview in an ad hoc committee. So we're just speaking for the future now to say, in future, the council can do better by ensuring that there is no witness who comes here and say, I've been ambushed. I could have done better in terms of giving responses had I been given enough opportunity to prepare for responding to these averments or allegations. But that is not an issue we are willing to die for. I'm raising my hand for a follow-up question, Chair. If I heard you correctly, Mr. Nkabinde, you said you did not know Brown Mokgotsi before you were given an instruction by the minister to facilitate a meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
And that instruction, that meeting that you are talking about took place in November, correct? The first meeting?
Around October, November.
Yes, I said around, but under corrections, because I don't have my information. All my information are in those gadgets.
Okay, around October.
I could be precisely.
Yes, around October, November. So the minister, when did the minister give you his number? Mr. Mokgotsi's number? When did he give you? Before the meeting, a day before the meeting, or way before the meeting was held?
He gave me a number before the meeting because I could not facilitate a meeting
You know
without
what?
having a number.
What precipitates a confusion, Chair, here is that Mr. Nkabinde says in his statement, he was called by General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi in September 2024. General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was asking him about Brown Mokgotsi. And he says, in his reply, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a close, and well, he's now saying he didn't say he's a close associate, but he says, he said to General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, I know Mr. Mokgotsi as a person who is close to the minister. And that was in September. Again, he says he did not know Brown Mokgotsi up until he was instructed by the minister to facilitate a meeting around October and November. Now, a call from General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi was made before the meeting for which he was instructed to facilitate. So that's where the confusion is. I think there's a lot of contradiction that the witness is making.
Yes.
Was Brown Mokgotsi there?
No, he was not there.
Okay. Honorable Malem. And Chief Whip.
Chief of Staff, is this affidavit your affidavit?
Yes, it's correct.
Do you confirm everything that is in this affidavit?
It's correct.
Did you have your gadgets when you were writing this affidavit?
No, dates I was thumb sucking.
So we are being given a thumbs-up information here in front of the nation, and we must accept that. Because the simple thing should have been to the evidence leaders, I don't have my gadgets, and as a result, I'm unable to give you an accurate information. Because you are under oath. Some of these things are going to come across as being lies under oath, because you didn't have the equipment. So this information written here is not worth the paper written on, because it's thumbs-up. Why should we proceed with these proceedings if you are saying you don't remember anything before or after? When you are caught, you change, it must have been before. Because here, paragraph 78, I confirmed that I knew who Brown Mokhosi was, and that the minister too knew Brown Mokhosi from Northwest. Lieutenant General sent Brown Mokhosi's number to me, and I confirmed that it was indeed Brown Mokhosi's number. This is a very serious detail, which you can't just give if you don't make reference to anything at your disposal. You even give specific date. You say 30th September. We struggle with our children's birthdays here. When you remember 30th September without facilities, and then you come and say, when it doesn't favor you, I don't have my gadgets. Therefore, I don't remember. But we have an affidavit which they are saying it was thumbs-up, Chair. Thanks.
That is a sworn statement, and on top of it is the oath that has been administered here. Chief Whip, you will respond to the two. I'm taking the question from Honorable Malema and then the Chief Whip. Then we'll give you time to respond. Chief Whip?
No, thanks, Chair. Good afternoon.
I'm coming, Honorable Skosana. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm partly covered by what Honorable Malema has raised, because my question primarily, Mr. Nkabinde, was to ascertain the basis upon which you were deciding on your sworn-in affidavit to choose October, November. What were the basis? I understand that the gadgets are not with you. I understand that there's a Lusigi meeting. But there are two choices you have made which are quite striking. And these are choices you made voluntarily. The first one is to decide that we are going to say October, November. The second choice you have made here now before us is the second choice you have made without us forcing you to decide on it, is to tell us that essentially the only time you had the number or the contact details of Mr. Mokhosi was shortly few days before you arrange the October-November meeting. That's your choice as well. We did not force you to that decision. So my question is, what makes you to, I mean, the first one, why did you decide to place November, October, November?
Let's start with the matters raised by Honorable Malema.
Chairperson, when I was consulted by the evidence leader, I was upfront with them that it is so unfortunate that I can't be precise with dates because I don't have information with me because of gadgets. Then I was advised to more or less, do you think it could be when? So this, I made this reference based on that, of which now I can confirm, guided by the call of General Mkhwanazi, of which even that call, I can't be precisely, it was 30 September. I'm just guided by what he said. But
Yeah,
I can be...
Just hold it a moment. If we are not accurate in terms of the dates or the days, let's use the chronological method. Between the two events, which one came first? Lusigi and the October-November meeting.
It means it was an oversight on my side. The meeting of Mkhosi, it can't be after Lusigi. It's before.
the meeting that
of Mkhotsi
that
will be before.
Mkhotsi, and then General Mkhwanazi gave you Mkhotsi's number in terms of your sworn statement after at Lusikisiki, which comes after the October-November meeting.
That's correct, Chair.
But you say that was the time when you first got Mkhotsi's number. It was when you were given by Mkhwanazi.
No, Chair. The
Li-
first,
listen-
it was, I
listen,
was given by the
yeah,
minister.
I want you to understand it. How possible is that the minister requests you to have a meeting, to arrange a meeting, and the minister gives you Mkhotsi's number, then you call a meeting, the meeting happens, and then thereafter there is an event at Lusikisiki. General Mkhwanazi gives you again the number that you have already, and you confirm that indeed this is Mkhotsi's number. This is chronological.
Hence, Chair, I'm saying, guided by the call of General Mkhwanazi, that he's asking me if I know Mkhotsi. That will be after I got the number from the minister, and that will be after the meeting of Mkhotsi and the minister, because there was no way I would have a number to confirm to Mkhwanazi without me having his number during of that meeting facilitation.
Did both of them give you Mkhotsi's number? Both the minister. Okay, between the minister and General Mkhwanazi, who was the first to give you Mkhotsi's number?
The minister.
And then when General Mkhwanazi gave you Mkhotsi's number, you already had it.
Yes, I already had it, then I had to confirm it.
Why did you have to confirm it? Because you had already spoken to Mkhotsi to arrange a meeting.
No, General Mkhwanazi, it was on a different context. General Mkhwanazi was asking, do you know a person called Mkhotsi? He said he knows the minister. Then I confirmed that, yes, we know that guy. Is this his number? He was further confirming. Then I checked that, I said, yes, it's his number.
Okay. We have to do this. We are going to spend some time on this matter. I must just note, let me check first with you. The answers that have been given to your question, Honorable Malema, do you want to make follow-ups?
No, Chair, we see, Chief of Staff, we were very serious, and you are under oath. You can't say, guided by Mkhwanazi's call, now you know that you actually received the number before that call. Because you are the one who's writing the statement. At paragraph number 6, you write about Mkhwanazi's call to you. And you even write a specific date. If you are guided by that, it should have guided you when you were writing it here. Because then you proceed at paragraph 80 to say you are now, for the first time you received a number is when the minister gave it to you. You get Mkhwanazi's thing on paragraph 76, which must now help you to remember when did I get this number. You still proceed to write October even when you wrote Mkhwanazi's thing. You are deliberately misleading us. You are deliberately misleading us, and we need to put that, Chair, on the record. He's deliberately misleading us. It's a shifting goalpost. When he's caught, he says, hey, I can't remember. Oh, now I'm guided by Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi should have guided you when you were writing this. You wrote it on 76, and then you wrote the other one on 80. You read this affidavit. You wrote it, you read it. You then even confirmed that you understand what you wrote here. But what you wrote here contradicts exactly what you are trying to tell us. Can you accept that you are misrepresenting the facts here, and that you completely want to apologize, or to a particular extent even ask that you withdraw this affidavit and go and do a proper affidavit where you remember dates? Because this, once you start shifting it around, it's no longer the original affidavit. Once you start saying 80 must come before 76, then it's no longer the original affidavit before us here. You'll have to go and do a new affidavit and then do a sworn thing and then come and administer oath properly, because this is a misrepresentation which you must not accept as a committee.
What is your comment?
My comment, Chair, where in my affidavit, where there are specific dates that are mentioned or a period, I could apologize to the committee that it could be not a correct and a correct version because there was nothing assisting me in recollecting. But I did mention to the evidence leader that I'm having this predicament. And then the evidence leader guided me that at least can you estimate? So it was on those bases. But if there are this discrepancy in terms of dates and the period, it's because I don't have a help on my accurate information from my gadget, which is over the month is not been returned to me.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, I think I also form part of the members who reject the attempt to shift the blame on the statement by the witness. Signed, and he does confirm that the information provided in the statement is the information he gave the evidence leaders. So I'm glad that he takes ownership of it. Chair, I want us to adopt for a little bit the court approach when there is a question of invalidity of certain provisions of a certain legislation. It does not wipe out the entire legislation, but point out that sections so and so are actually unconstitutional and therefore declare those provisions unconstitutional. I want us, Chair, not to wipe out the entire statement, because the witness as well is on record saying, I take ownership of the arguments that are contained in the statement. So we have got paragraph 76 that talks about the Lusikisiki thing and the 30th. We have got paragraph 80 that talks about almost the same thing, the arrangement of the meetings in the October, November. Then we have got paragraph 81 that talks about whether in official residence or a private residence. So I want us to note those three and give his legal team and the evidence leaders during the break to look if there are no other irregularities in respect of the sequence of events, so that they fix that immediately before we come back. But one thing I want to check, Chair, is that what form of communication do you use when you arrange official meetings of the minister?
It depends. Official meetings, maybe with other departments.
Okay.
It will be
What
emails.
form of communication did you use
You use
to arrange?
WhatsApp or emails or intercom?
And specifically, Chair, with Brown Mohots.
It was a phone call.
It was a phone call.
Yes,
No
Chair.
emails, nothing.
No emails. I don't
I'm
even
asking,
have
Chair,
it.
was okay, Chair, let me leave it for now. I'm going to pursue it further some other time.
Okay, Honorable Matthews, Honorable Malema.
Chair, and we must note that this is not just an oversight, it's perjury. We're talking about dates. It's not like a official residence matter and a non-residence matter. And more than likely, these dates are correct, that it was October, November, because the minister went to go and visit the mine, Stilfontein, in November, and that's documented. So it's intentional and it's perjury. And as the EFF, we're going to go and open a case of perjury after this. Because if we are going to adopt the approach that we must take some sections as they do in court as a mistake and an oversight, as we continue during this entire process, we are going to have to say, okay, this paragraph also, it was an oversight. This is a very short statement. You even have attorneys, so it was deliberate. And it also speaks to another point that you are not doing a sworn statement to the Parliament of South Africa serious. How many other statements have you given in this country that were not serious? You just write things freely and loosely. It also talks to your credibility. You did an entire report about the IPID executive director. Can we take that serious if you don't pay attention to something between 5 paragraphs on dates and you have attorneys? It's intentional and it is perjury. And we must treat it that way, not just as an oversight. We're not talking about an official residence being confused with private residence. And we're going to have other witnesses come here not taking what they are doing here in Parliament serious and treating us like, oh, okay, we're not sure of the dates. And even in this statement, also, it should have been noted, I don't have my gadgets, I'm not sure about the dates. If you didn't know the dates, you should know that. You've been in the industry or in the service since 2018. You don't take chances, and especially dates. No, it's perjury. Thank you.
Honorable Malim.
Chair, I hear your ruling, but you know, colleagues, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this affidavit. He used that word. And then you still, if you take yourself serious, want to go on with an affidavit of being thumb sucked. He said it. I've thumb sucked this thing. October, November, and also, Chair, I want to put it on record, he's lying. October, November, it's a correct date because that minister went to the mine on the 14th of November. Not in July, on the 14th of November. And then now he says, no, October, November, he's caught in a lie. He changes to be prior, the call of Mkwanas. It's a lie. It's perjury, it's a lie. He needs to be arrested for lying to Parliament, lying under oath. So, we can go on a break, but if you take yourself serious, a man sits in front of you and say, I was thumb sucking this thing because I didn't have my gadget. He didn't only speak about dates. He's thumb sucking because he didn't have his gadget. The best would have been, which is what one of the honorable members asked him to do. Can't you ask to be recused on a hindsight, Chief of Staff? On a hindsight, it should be you say, it looks like I made a mistake here. Let me withdraw this and then go and prepare properly and then make references. Because this information I'm giving you about minister being at the mine on the 14th of November is in the media. It's a public information. Minister being in Lusikisiki is a public information. It doesn't require a diary. You went there for people who were killed and all of that. So I'm appealing to you, members of the committee, that a man can't say to once I say I was thumb sucking, it means I didn't take this thing serious. Therefore, I don't take you serious. And therefore, I don't take the people of the Republic of South Africa serious.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Chair.
Honorable James.
Thank you, Chair. Mr. Nkabinde, jy mors ons se tyd hier vandag. You're really wasting our time. I want to ask you, are you the only person in that department that has access to dates? Does the minister not have a PA? No other support staff you could have verified these dates with? That's the one thing. Secondly, you've given us a sworn statement. You have sworn this morning. You now come and you say you have thumb-sucked dates. You have a guided statement, and your dates are based on what previous witnesses have said. Are we really meant to probe further on a statement that is not truthful, on a statement that won't guide us to a means to an end? Because that's why we're here. We need to connect the dots. And when you're sitting there telling us, I don't know, it could have been 2 months prior, it could have been 2 months earlier, that is not even close. Are we meant to sit here today and even probe you with as to when things happened when you've given us a written statement? I don't think we should continue with you today.
Chair, in terms of arranging the meeting with Brown, there will be no other staff member who would have been involved because it was only me having a Brown's number and contacting Brown. And another thing with the statement, I was truthful and very open to the evidence leaders. Then they drafted the statement for me. When they drafted a statement for me, after we consulted, we checked it, rectified, but I was open to them that I'm not too sure about the sequence of events because I don't have anywhere to recollect. But I am confirming that a sequence of events, Mkwanazi would have called me after that meeting. I'm guided by that, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo.
Yeah, no, Chair. You see, our problem is that we are relying on the sequence of events here. And the sequence of events is explained by dates. To say on this date, this is what happened. And that is explained from the first to the last paragraph. If what we're being told here is anything to go by, it means the whole statement is misleading. So the committee can't rely on a misleading statement. And two, even if the statement was written by the evidence leader, they gave you to read the statement. They made you to confirm the content of the statement. And you signed the statement, unless you are telling us that you signed it ad duress. If you are saying to us they made you to sign forcefully, then we can understand. But if they made you to read the statement and allowed you to sign it before the statement was commissioned, then it means the problem is with you. I think, Chair, the only option we have here, because we can't rely on a misleading statement. This is a misleading statement because he says he is not sure of the dates that he has written here. And the statement is reflective of dates from the first to the last paragraph. So there is no need for us to have this interview unless we are saying we have appetite of engaging in a talk show. Because this is a talk show. If he says, no, I made some mistake, some of these dates are not accurate, I did not have my gadgets. This is a statement for which you must be accountable in future. Because we make records here to say under oath, this is what you said to us. These are the dates that you gave to us. So there's absolutely no need for this interview. Nkabinde must go and write a proper statement and come back to an interview when he's ready for this interview. Unless he says he is ready to continue misleading this committee. If he says he wants to mislead us, then he can mislead us, but we are not prepared to sit in a talk show. This is a waste of time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nkabinde and your team. I believe that you had time to make reflections during the break.
Yes, Chairperson.
Did you do so?
That's correct.
And do you still take ownership of the statement that you deposited with our legal team?
Chairperson, I do take ownership. However, with regard to date discrepancies, I think I did not do much of a research because of the time was very short during my engagement. So I think I definitely need to do a thorough homework in terms of, even if I estimate, but it should be a true reflection. Like, for instance, Chair, I'm even now starting to check my office and so forth. It appears that even the date of 30 September is wrong,
Okay.
of Lusigisi. So
No,
it's,
no, it's fine. Don't
becoming
say,
a mess.
don't say many things. Do you,
It's now becoming a
as the
mess.
as the chief of staff in the office where you work, do you develop monthly or weekly programs?
Weekly program, sir.
And then in those programs, you list activities that will be happening,
That's correct.
and they happen under your supervision as the chief of staff.
That is correct.
And that can be interpreted to be some kind of a diary for the office under your supervision.
That's correct.
Okay. So it then means the information that you must present before this committee. If you don't have it here with yourself, you have it at the office. If you don't have it in your cell phone or in your laptop or any gadget, you have it at the office. Correct?
Some chair, it will be like that, but some of the meetings, like the one for Brown,
Do you have a PA yourself?
no, I don't have.
The minister has a PA who keeps a diary of activities,
That is correct.
and you manage the activities of the minister.
That's correct.
Okay. So, look, the statement that you have made here, that you do not have gadgets, by any professional standards is inexcusable, especially for a person in a position like the one that you hold of being a chief of staff, managing the day-to-day activities in the office of a minister. In the department, the DG may not know where the minister is, but you are going to know. And sometimes the DG is even informed by you that the minister is planning to go to Stelfontein on this day. If there is any report that you must prepare for us, please let's have the report ready, or a briefing. So the committee has unfortunately made a reflection on the evidence that you presented here, and is worried about the quality of statements that you have made before it. And so you will have to go back, because when you appear before us, you don't appear before us as an accused person. You appear before us as a South African who is having a conversation with the committee to help the committee to understand the difficulties. I mean, Advocate Patoi, when she was here, she said the criminal justice system is in a crisis. And as one of the role players there, you must help us to understand the extent of the crisis that the criminal justice system is confronting, and maybe go beyond that and even suggest how you think Parliament as an institution that enacts laws can make those interventions. And so far, or the length that we have gone with you, will not help us to achieve exactly that. And yeah, so we want you to go back and make honest reflections about the information that you think we deserve to get from you. If there is any moral standard that you subscribe to, summon that moral standard to your statement. if there is any ethical standard that you subscribe to, summon that ethical standard to your statement. If there is any badge of integrity you have on your shoulders, put that badge of integrity on your shoulders, and then write a statement that you think is for the attention of this committee. Make a determination or make a choice to help us to arrive at a decision that can help the Republic of South Africa to move forward. We can't pray for you, unfortunately. And we cannot even organize any ceremony for the ancestors for you to subscribe to all those values that we have spoken to. It's a conscious choice that you must make as a citizen of this country, especially that you understand that you are one of the senior public servants in the democratic state. So go and look at yourself in the mirror. When you look at that mirror, see morality written in the mirror and read it and understand what it is. See integrity in the mirror. See ethics in the mirror. See all the values in Section 195 of the South African Constitution and internalize them. And then make a statement that must appear before this committee. I mean, that must come before this committee. We don't have time. Our time is expiring on the 28th of November. And in the next 10 days, you should be ready. In the next 10 days. Your legal team is here with you, behind you. You don't have to interpret anything to them. They have heard what the committee is saying. We need from you that conscious choice to help us to move forward. Thank you so much. Honorable members, we have come to the end of the proceedings.